Hello, I'm Jacqueline Pollauf, and today I'm going to show you how to change a disc on your harp. This is not a common problem, but what happened is actually just the other day I was practicing and all of a sudden I heard a little ping and something kind of rattled down the harp. And it took me a few minutes to figure out what was wrong, but one of the discs actually had broken. So you can see here that the discs are these round circles, and then they have two prongs coming up on either side. But if you look at the disc here on the C string, it only has one prong. There should be a second prong over here, but that's actually what had fallen off. Here it is. So I heard that little piece rolling down the harp as it fell. Now, to give you a bit of an overview, the way that a string works is you tie your knot in the bottom of the string, and then you string it up through this hole all the way to your tuning pin here. But when you play a string, the length that's vibrating is from the base of the string here to your bridge pin right here. Right now we're talking about the vibrating length of the string, and nothing vibrates between this bridge pin and this tuning pin. All of the vibration starts at the bridge pin and goes down. So when I play the string, that's what you're hearing, the length between the bridge pin and the base of the string. And we're using a D string right now in its longest form, so it would be a D flat. So now we get to the really interesting part of the harp, mechanically speaking, which is that each string has a set of two discs that surround the string. And these discs are movable. They connect from here all the way up to the column of the harp, and then through the column down to the pedals around the base of the harp. So I'm going to use my foot on the D pedal and put it into the natural position. When I do that, this top disc is going to rotate, and you can see the prongs are now touching the string, so our vibrating length has changed. It now starts here rather than up here at the bridge pin and goes on down, which makes the string shorter, so the sound becomes higher. Now we have a D natural. Then I can do that one more time. If I put the D pedal into sharp, this disc will rotate fully, and so the prongs are now touching the string, and the vibrating length begins here and goes on down, making the string even shorter, so we have a D sharp. So the discs are called the natural disc and the sharp disc. So that's how we want our string to function. But if we go back over here to our string in question, this C string, and our disc with only one prong, the problem is this. When I play the string in flat, everything is fine. Then I go ahead and move the pedal to natural, and the disc rotates just fine, and this prong is touching the string. But since we don't have the extra prong up here to also catch the string, we get this really ugly twang. If I put the string in sharp, this disc rotates, and that's fine. So the problem is the natural disc. So I ordered a new disc from the company, which was shipped to me and arrived just about an hour ago. Here it is here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take off the old disc and put on this new disc, and then hopefully everything should be fine. The first thing we need to do is move the C string out of the way so that we can get to the disc more easily. And you could just take the string off the harp completely to do this, but because we're just going to have to turn around and put it right back on, all I'm going to do is loosen the string up a bit so it's nice and loose, and then I'm just going to kind of hook it in over there so it's out of the way and we can access the disc. So now we're ready to go ahead and remove the disc itself. And discs are interesting in that there's actually two pieces. There's the disc, and then there's this screw in the middle called a set screw. And both pieces attach to the harp separately, so you have to unscrew them in opposite directions. First, we're going to go ahead and take out the set screw. You could just use a regular screwdriver and then turn it counterclockwise to remove it. Now once that's off, the whole disc is still on, not as securely, but you can see you can't just pluck it right off. Instead, you have to unscrew that as well. But since the screw came off counterclockwise, now you have to turn the disc clockwise in order to unscrew that. And there we go. Now we have our spot for the new disc. So here is the new disc with two prongs rather than just one, and we're going to do the reverse of everything we just did. So first we'll put this on. We're going to go ahead and screw it on counterclockwise. And now the set pin, we're going to screw in clockwise like so. So the disc is on there. The really tricky part now is that you need to get it aligned properly. So right now the discs on either side of it are also in flat. You can see that the prongs are kind of at a little bit of an angle, which I've tried to match with our new disc. And then basically you have to do a lot of trial and error. We'll put the string back in position, get it wound up, and see what happens when we move our disc to natural. It's gripping pretty well, but it's a little bit, I think it could be a little bit tighter and give us a better sound. So then you just have to take your string off again, adjust your set pin, and the angle of your disc. Oops, too much. Trying to get it in just the right spot. I think that might be too much. Let's try that. And then you put your string back on again. And try the whole thing all over. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, so you can also compare. If I use our D string again, you can see that when it's when this top disc is engaged, the string goes at a slight angle between it, and right now for my C string it's going pretty straight through there. So I think I'll try and move it over just a tiny bit more. So just loosening it up and adjusting it that way a little bit, and then retightening the set screw, putting the string back in place. Yeah. So there you go. That's how you change a disc. Thanks so much for watching.